Hey Forex traders, Israel coming here from Vintageducation.com, and it's actually been quite an interesting week when I think about what I'm about to talk about in regards to this video. This is pretty much the third profitable trade my new Forex student Arnell has actually posted in a private Forex community, and he's providing so much fodder for education for those of you on the outside looking in thinking whether I should do this or not. Okay, now this is really interesting because there's so many levels of education and application you can learn literally just from watching these videos of his posts. Okay, let's begin. So he says, first off, I want to say that I've been experimenting a lot and screwing up, just trying to learn as much as I can through experience. And he says in brackets he's lost quite a few already. Now this isn't a surprise because what he actually said in the first video I made about Arnell just a couple of days ago, that was 3 days in, he basically talked about how he was flopping a lot. Okay, so it's not a surprise that a couple of days later he's saying the same thing, because he's basically building upon those early flops. But look what he says. He says, lately I've been learning what not to do. Ha ha ha. Then he says, this one really tested his psychology, and this is really where you get your bang for your buck here and you learn a lot. Because look what he says. He says, when I entered the trade, highlighted yellow in the second photo, so it's the second photo down here, he entered right at this level here. Look what he says. It had a nice surge upwards. So he's talking about how he entered and the price surged up here. Okay, look what he says, which got me hopeful. So he got hopeful, but then it dropped down just as quickly and almost stopped him out. So he entered the trade, came in, and then relatively quickly came back down, and then he stopped him out. But look what he says. So when it surged up again, he could have closed out early and made close to 10% profit. Now this is what happens with scared Forex traders. They enter the trade, maybe it goes up against, it goes for them a little bit and they get excited. It comes back and then they're like, oh no, it's not going to work for me, and then they close out for a minimal loss. Well, it goes up again sometimes and they're like, okay, you know what, let me scramble, let me run out for my profits. And that's not what you're supposed to do. That's how you damage your Forex psychology. This whole experience here, what he's detailing, not only gave him a profit, but also helped him build more stronger bulletproof Forex psychology, as I like to call it. So look what he says. He says, and he just about did, because he could see that the market was starting to settle in a particular area, the red arrow. Okay, the red arrows in this particular region. But look what he says. But I held out and was rewarded with a 14% gain, and he made more than 40% on this trade, trust me, with all of the psychological positivities and boosts he actually got. But look what he says. He's not sure if what he did was the right thing. This is obviously because he's only been in for about 10 days at this point. But look what he says. But for some reason he could hear my voice talking about me saying, leave the trade alone. And if you've been following me for any number of days, weeks, months and years, you know that's why I always say, don't touch your trades, let them play out. Okay, we're not just talking about him potentially closing out for 4% more profit, we're also talking about him making exponential amounts of psychological growth, okay, for him being disciplined. So look what he says. So he wasn't really trying to shoot for such big gains, but he was actually miscalculating his risk to reward on his spreadsheet. Okay, that's what I give them as well, meaning he was actually risking a bit more than he should have. Okay, another mistake. So look at what's actually happening here, which is really great. Okay, some of you are going to look at this in a skeptical light and say, oh, he's actually taken a couple of losses and he's actually doing things a little bit wrong. Okay, but what you really should be thinking about is he's learning still. He's in his first 10 days and he's already posted a 10% profit, a 7.3% profit, and now a 14% profit. Okay, so how would you like to make money while you're still learning? What do you think is going to happen when he's fully honed in, fully tuned into this stuff, and he's cut out all of these different mistakes he's actually making? Don't you think he's actually going to be even more profitable? So what you need to do if you want to start getting these results, you're making a 14% profit even though you're making mistakes, then click the link below this video, make your investment just like Arnell did a couple of days ago, and let me start showing you and helping you make these kind of profits for yourself. So click the link below this video right now, and I look forward to helping you with your journey to Forex success and financial freedom. Thanks and take care.